What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome back to the brand new Liverpool transfer news video where we will talk about the Monaco striker Wissam Ben Yedder, who is scoring a lot of goals and he has been at Sevilla for 3 seasons. Before he joined Monaco, he scored 30 goals for Sevilla, and yes, I know that he's 29 years old, but according to L'Equipe, the French very reputable newspaper, Liverpool are monitoring him, and we have sent scouts to Monaco games this season to scout him before, of course, football was suspended, and he scored 18 goals this season. And this has led to plenty of speculation about another move this summer for Ben Yedder, who just joined Monaco last summer because Monaco actually triggered his 40 million euro release clause. He is valued at around 30 to 40 million pounds. So I think it would be maybe a cheaper option to Timo Werner, even though I would love Liverpool to sign Timo Werner. We might not be in the financial position to sign Timo Werner right now because of the very uncertain financial situation that Liverpool and many other clubs find themselves in. So if Liverpool don't have like the 50 million available, do you want a cut price deal for Liverpool to just bring in Ben Yedder for just 1 or 2 seasons until we can get our financial situation back in order, and maybe we can sign Timo Werner 1 year from now? I can see Wissam Ben Yedder joining Liverpool for just 1 season until the Timo Werner transfer can happen. And the L'Equipe is reporting that there is a long list of clubs who admire Ben Yedder, and he's a very experienced striker. As I said, he's 29 years old and he played for Toulouse for like 6 seasons before joining Sevilla, and it was at Sevilla where he really hit that world-class goal-scoring level. He scored 18 goals in his first season, 22 goals in his second season at Sevilla, and 30 goals in his third season, and also 19 goals now for Monaco in 30 games. That's a very, very good number. And at Sevilla, he had 70 goals in 138 games, which is perfectly almost a 1 goal every 2 game goal scoring ratio, which is very respectable in my opinion. So let me know guys, my question to you today for you guys: do you want Liverpool to sign Ben Yedder? Do you think he would be a great backup to Roberto Firmino? Or should we just wait and try all we can to sign Timo Werner? We shouldn't sign stopgap players for 1 or 2 seasons. Let me know what is your stance on this issue, and of course leave a like if you enjoy these transfer news videos. And in England, Manchester City, Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham and Arsenal apparently all have an interest in Wissam Ben Yedder, who is one of the hottest strikers in the French league at the moment. And apparently Barcelona were interested in Wissam Ben Yedder 1 or 2 seasons ago, because he himself confirmed this. Barcelona could have happened, the Barcelona transfer could have happened much earlier for me. Last summer they made contacts for me, they collected a lot of information about me, and the same was true this winter, but the transfer move did not happen. It shows I am doing a good job. And despite this interest, I am totally focused on my performances with Monaco. I think Barcelona were interested in him because they wanted to sign a backup striker. And when Luis Suarez got injured and then Ousmane Dembele, they activated that clause in La Liga where you can sign an emergency striker if 2 of your strikers get injured for more than like 3 or 4 months. I think that's how the rule works. And also in La Liga, every player has a release clause. It's mandatory there. Liverpool, I think, need a very good backup for Firmino, and this guy Ben Yedder would be, I think, a perfect stopgap if we can't sign Timo Werner. But I have to say this: if there is a possibility that Liverpool can afford the Timo Werner transfer, I really think that we should go all out for that guy this summer, because I'm really afraid that he will go to another Premier League club, and then the chances of Liverpool getting him in the future are almost zero. And I think that there is movement in the Timo Werner to Liverpool transfer. I will make a separate video on that tomorrow, so stay tuned. One problem I see with Ben Yedder is he never played for a truly big club where the pressure is enormous to win every week. And also, he has a little bit limited big game experience. He only played 8 times for the France national team, and also he only has 14 Champions League appearances under his belt. So I'm not sure if he would be suited for like playing for Liverpool, a truly historically big club. I mean, Sevilla is a big club in Spain, but they are not Real Madrid or Barcelona or Atletico Madrid in recent times, certainly. So the pressure is a lot less than at Liverpool, where hundreds of millions of fans are watching you perform every week through the television broadcast. So the big question is, would Liverpool try to sell Origi for something like 25-30 million? And just pay 5 or 10 million more and get Ben Yedder in? That's the big question. Would Ben Yedder be a better backup player than Origi? According to Ben Yedder's numbers, I would say yes, but the problem is he never played in the Premier League, so we don't know how he would handle the Premier League. And Divock Origi on his day is a real handful. The problem is he's very inconsistent, and it's a gamble to replace Origi with Ben Yedder, but it's maybe a gamble that Liverpool would love to take, because with the numbers that Ben Yedder produced at Sevilla, if he can get anywhere near that at Liverpool, it would be a fantastic signing. And not only did he score 19 goals for Monaco this season, some say 18 or 19, something like that, he also got 9 assists this season for Monaco in all competitions. Those numbers do suggest that he has a lot of ability. But the issue is his age, in my opinion. He's 29 years old, which means that Liverpool would be spending 30-40 million pounds on a player that is entering like the back end of his career, and he won't have a big resale value. It is a lot of money to spend on a player that might end up retiring in 2 or 3 seasons. We don't know that. So yeah, as I said, I would prefer if Liverpool went after Timo Werner, really. And this is great news for Liverpool fans. The Premier League clubs are making plans to resume the season on June the 13th. John Cross is reporting this in the Mirror newspaper, and he's saying that the clubs have begun to tell staff of plans to begin playing fixtures again, with games set to take place behind closed doors. And this comes, of course, after Belgium, the Netherlands and France basically cancelled their season. And also in the Netherlands, it was basically almost a null and void decision, because there was no promotion, no relegation, no title awarded, only the Champions League and Europa League places given out. And I think that's very unfair, because in the Netherlands, in the second division, Cambuur and the Graafschap were 11 and 7 points clear of the third place team, and the top 2 gets automatically promoted. So to deny them the promotion is very incredibly harsh, and that's why I said that null and void just doesn't make sense to me. Either you get those clubs promoted and don't relegate anybody, or you finish the season. That's the 2 scenario that I think is viable. And thank goodness the Premier League has more sense, because it would be so unfair to not finish the season on many clubs. It would reward failure, basically, because if you didn't perform this season to the expectations that the fans had, you get like an out card with the null and void season, and also it doesn't reward success, the null and void decision. So I just want the Premier League season to be finished when it's safe to do so, and whenever the British government gives the green light to this project restart, which the Premier League calls the resumption of the league. According to the best case scenario, training can start in May and the games can begin from June the 8th, but I think the more realistic scenario is the end of June, when the games can be played. But I think the Premier League season can be completed in 1.5 months. So you could look at maybe the middle of August, when all the games are completed. The Premier League clubs want to have a 3-week pre-season ahead of resuming games. The Premier League's best case scenario is games resuming from June the 8th, and there are still more than 100 games left if you count the FA Cup fixtures as well. I think there is 92 or 96 Premier League games left of the season, and the Premier League will discuss the testing procedures this Friday in the conference call that they usually have between all the Premier League clubs the pressure grows on them to restart, resume and get the games finished to satisfy the TV broadcasters. But Premier League chiefs do not believe that any deadline or demand has been set by UEFA to get a plan in place by May the 25th. Even though I heard that in numerous reports that UEFA wants to hear a plan on how to resume the football season from every major association or every football association until May the 25th. And the one big stumbling block, according to another article by David Maddock, is that how can police prevent Liverpool fans gathering outside Anfield when Liverpool inevitably will win the title? We have to only win like 2 games to confirm that. And after 30 years, many Liverpool fans would want to celebrate together on the streets, even though that's not allowed at the moment. I still fear that many Liverpool fans would want to go out on the street to celebrate. The Merseyside police have been having discussions with the Premier League and the Liverpool FC as well. How can they prevent Liverpool fans flooding the streets of Merseyside when Liverpool win the title? That's a big stumbling block. The Mirror article is reporting that Merseyside police have had discreet talks about policing the Anfield crowd when the game happens, and also with Premier League officials keen to get an understanding of what may happen and how crowds could be discouraged. Plans have been discussed at ministerial level within the government with outline agreement in place over a possible return of football. And Liverpool FC have always insisted that they will be guided by the Premier League on any return, and they will abide by any decisions made by the 20 clubs collectively and of course the government. And despite how close Liverpool are to lifting their first league title in 30 years, Liverpool want to keep everybody safe and healthy. And Liverpool believe a number of innovative measures could be taken to ensure that large crowds don't gather within the city of Liverpool and the streets surrounding their stadium, even in the event of the Premier League trophy being lifted in front of empty stands at Anfield. And I wonder, I'm just thinking out loud here, would the fact to host maybe the Premier League games at Stockley Park or at Wembley or at neutral grounds, would it solve the issue of Liverpool fans gathering outside Anfield to celebrate the trophy? But I still think that even if you put the Liverpool game into a neutral venue, even into London, there are so many Liverpool fans in London, the fans would just gather there outside the location, and Liverpool fans would gather in the city of Liverpool. I mean, not all of them, because like most Liverpool fans are smart enough to know that right now it's not a good idea and it's not a good look to gather together and to celebrate the first league title. But you have to admit that football is such a tribal, emotionally charged thing in society that it will be very, very difficult to prevent people from gathering outside in the streets or inside their homes and to just celebrate together winning a league title for 30 years. If you are not a Liverpool fan, and especially if you are not a Liverpool fan for like more than 2 years or 3 years, you don't know the pain, the hurt, the anguish, the disappointment of many previous years, and how many times Liverpool fans have had false hope, false dawns of Liverpool almost winning the title, and that all that emotional charge is built up inside the Liverpool fans, and it will be like a massive release of emotion when Liverpool finally can say that we are champions. It will be very difficult to prevent Liverpool fans from gathering with friends, with like family members who are also Liverpool fans. Of course, I won't do it because I know better, but I can understand if some Liverpool fans won't be able to follow the government guidelines. So maybe you should wait until like June or July when the health situation is much better than now, and maybe just then host the games in the Premier League or allow the games in the Premier League. But that's just my take on it. It's such a huge problem that I'm not sure what is the best way to deal with it. Charlie Adam, the former Liverpool player, compared current Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp to former manager Kenny Dalglish. Dalglish was the manager who signed Charlie Adam to Liverpool and who brought him to Liverpool. And this is what he said: both Kenny Dalglish and Jurgen Klopp seem to be very well liked by Liverpool fans, and they are very open to the players. They seem to embrace the players a lot, so the players like them a lot as well. I don't know how Jurgen Klopp is in person. I don't know what it's like to work with him, but what I see from the outside is he's an incredibly passionate man, and his work ethic is amazing. The people I speak to at the club at Liverpool say that he is there early in the morning, he gets his work done, and as he goes home, and he just keeps it simple. He's got great players, but you have to organize them and set a way and a discipline of how to play, and he seems to have done that, and he's getting results from it. Somebody that embraces you, shows you passion and a bit of love is what every player wants, and he is phenomenal. He's got great players around him, and he seems to have got the best solutions for Liverpool at the moment. And I fully agree with what Charlie Adam is saying here, but I also want to add that he can emotionally get to the players, connect with them, and he can get the best out of them. Because football players, like most of them, are also emotional human beings. They are not just robots. And you have to get the best out of them. You have to know how to get them motivated. And Jurgen Klopp is really class in that department as well. And Charlie Adams said this also about his time at Liverpool. I was just lucky every day that when Kenny Dalglish was my manager, he would come and speak to me, he would come and sit down next to me, have lunch, and make sure I was okay. I think a little bit because I was Scottish as well, that helped. He made sure everything was okay. It was great to be part of that, and just being in his company was phenomenal. And then he said a very interesting thing. That year we won the Carling Cup and got to an FA Cup final as well, so we did okay. I think that started the trend because Liverpool hadn't won a trophy for a number of years, and we were fortunate enough. We were the team that managed to get them on the roll again and get them to cup finals. And if he's referring to starting the trend of getting Liverpool to cup finals, I think he's like partially right. But yeah, Charlie Adam was long gone from Liverpool when we again started getting to cup finals regularly. So it's a little bit of a dubious comment, but I will let it slide. Let me know what did you think of all the issues that we talked about in this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.